This episode starts off with, "You again! This is the 6th episode and I've already seen your name 4 times. And the other 2 episodes had 2 writers working on them. Well, Bonbon and Sweetheart, I'm guessing they made up after the last episode. Sneak into an old abandoned house where the rest have set up a tea party. And then the topic comes up on whether or not to allow boys in. I think we all know who Sweetheart wants to invite.
Right, only girls!
Wow, it's like Tumblr in here. Only none of them are calling for guys to be castrated in the street. Well, before making a decision on whether or not to allow boys, the gang do, and I quote, research. Which leads to, wait, this is where this song is from? Okay. So wait, some boys smell, but they look nice. Some of them are rough, but they dance well. This song seems very superficial. I have no idea what it's trying to say. I mean, let me just read you some of the lyrics. Most of them make such a noise, ugly grunts and nasty snores. Some write lovely book reports, but they play so rough and tough at sports. But at a dance they're good escorts. Some of them are helpful, some of them are mean, some are sharing, even caring, but find me one that's neat and clean. Who wrote this? You do know not all boys play sports, right? Not only that, but what has this got to do with the rest of the episode? Because from this point on, it's like a completely different episode. Here's a synopsis. Tell me, does it remind you of anything? Patch and Bright Eyes see 2 people stealing from their house. So the gang set up traps to catch the thieves. And hijinks ensue until the intruders surrender. Oh wait, I don't have anyone to say what it is. It's Home Alone. Yeah, I don't even need to say anything, do I? Because it's Home Alone! The only thing that's slightly interesting is Starlight's speech. But that's only because she sounds like the guy from the end of Reefer Madness.
Maybe your house, Bonbon. No! Maybe yours. No, not mine. Or yours, Melody.
Or yours. Or yours. Or yours.
Although one thing I do have to ask is, if they are the owners, why are they clearing out the house at night? Couldn't they do that during the day, where they would have better light, and therefore the job would be easier, and, more importantly, safer?
Well, I see now why you did this and...
Okay, there's breaking and entering, and then there's assault. I'm fairly sure they crossed that line. Well, apparently 10 ponies and an afternoon are all it takes to fix up an abandoned house. I say that because there's no indication of time passing. Wait, where did that baby come from? Was she pregnant when they did all that? You know she could have had a miscarriage, right? Well, the gang are then rewarded for risking the life of an unborn baby with a new clubhouse. And Logan wants to join them.
Could I please have your attention? On behalf of all of us, I'd like to welcome Logan into our club. Thanks a lot.
I don't know who this George Arthur Bloom is, but I looked it up and found he wrote 12 out of the 26 episodes in this series. Which makes me guess that back then he was more for quantity than quality. It works sometimes, but not here. It's obvious that this episode was trying to be a Home Alone clone, as was common in the 90s. But the problem is, why the boy thing? I mean, I'm all for teaching girls that boys are people too, just as much as I'm for teaching boys that girls are people too. But this is not the episode to do it in. You can't just throw a moral into a half-baked episode, you end up with mixed messages. And being a kids show makes it that much worse.